We live, we live.
We the Hebrew Israelites, we come in week in and week out, prophesy the destruction of America. We come out here to tell our people on this sign, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, the people of Hispanic descent, in contrast to popular belief, you're the children of Israel. We were lied to by our oppressor. And we start out week in and week out by giving honor to the power that is ignorantly called God and the man that is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And we give infinite honors to their real names.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakakodash.
All right? And when we come out here, we do what we're commanded according to the scriptures, and that's prophesy to the nations what's to come. All right? When you prophesy, you say what's going to happen beforehand. All right? And we out here to let our people know that America, what the Bible calls Mystery Babylon, all right, the great mother of harlots, in the last days is going to be destroyed off the planet Earth. And our great king, to whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he's coming to deliver a remnant of his people, man. All right? And Russia is going to nuke this place in the Third World War. And it's all written and prophesied in these Bibles, man. You going to, you're in the U.S. Army? You know y'all about to go to World War III, right? You know once y'all kick it off Iran, Russia is going to come behind Iran because they got a lot of interest with Iran, and that's going to kick off World War III because China is going to come behind Russia, you know? Then the UN and America and all those are going to get involved, and all that's in the Bible, you know? Real talk. It is what it is, man.
I understand, yeah.
You know? How long you been in the Army?
About a year.
Where you were stationed at?
Huh?
Where were you stationed?
I'm down here. I'm stationed down here. National Guard.
National Guard. Oh, so you what? Do what? A week, every 2 weekends a month?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. They about to call you out, man.
It's fine.
All right. Hey, but it's not fine, bro.
It's fine.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not fine. All right. Why did you join the National Guard?
Well, honestly,
Why did you join the U.S. Army? That's my question.
honestly, that's my personal reason why I joined, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. And I understand what you preaching, and I respect what you preaching, and that's good. But I'm doing what I do for what I do it for, and that's just for me. And there's no way anyone can change my mind.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool, but there's no way you'll be able to persuade me persuade me otherwise. I understand what you're saying. I read up on a lot of that stuff, and I understand that things might happen in this world that's gonna lead to the end of the world or the end of civilization as we know it here in America.
But you're gonna hold fast to that U.S. Army, even if it kills you.
Like I said, I do what I do for
All right, that's cool. I feel you. Stick to it.
And I will. I definitely will.
A man's,
and what you do, make sure you stick to it.
oh, hey,
too.
a man's not a man unless he's willing to die for something.
Exactly.
Hey, but do you know a lot of your comrades end up getting the truth and see what happens while certain wars are started? And you know they've been getting out the Marines, AWOL, getting out the military, going AWOL and stuff because they find out not because they shell shot. I'm talking about they find out the reasons that they're there are false pretenses and lies.
Right.
They'll tell you that you're going to look for weapons of mass destruction, and it really don't have nothing to do with that.
Right.
All right, and then and through all of that, while you're there, you end up killing innocent bystanders. That's war anywhere you go. Innocent people gonna get killed, even if you fight for a righteous cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So America is this place, America, bro. And I understand, man. The philosophy here is hard to get broke, man. You stick to what you want to do.
Yeah.
But we got to tell you the truth.
Oh, I know.
We gotta. I'm out here to just
I'm
let you know.
Yeah,
I'm out here to just let you know. The so-called white man's the devil. America is satanic. All right. The so-called white man is the hammer of the earth, and he's about to get pulled out of power in these last days.
Yeah,
and the American military is going over there. Y'all gonna end up in the Middle East in the Battle of Armageddon.
Jordan, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know
But
definition.
in these scriptures, I can get it if you want to hear. It's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
It's not gonna end well.
I'm pretty much.
You ready to die?
I mean, we gotta be ready to die every day.
Hey, enough said.
Every day.
You still gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Hey, but
I
look.
know I will. Yeah.
All right, you will. You
I
will.
gave my life
You
to
just
God.
gonna come in on the second resurrection. You're Israelite. You probably from the tribe of Judah. You probably from the tribe of Judah. 9 times out of 10. Yo, where you from? Baton Rouge?
I'm from New Orleans.
You from New Orleans? Well, you could be a Levite.
Yeah.
You could be a Levite in the tribe of. That's why all your people from in New Orleans. Did y'all migrate there? Or y'all
Yeah,
been there?
so from what my understanding is, we have Native American descendants, we have Haitian descendants.
Yeah, Haitian and New Orleans is one of the same.
Yeah.
All of y'all the tribe of Levi.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, the French once held America. All right, and the French port that they used to come from Haiti when they had it, they'll come straight to the port in New Orleans, and they would bring all the people from that island over here to the plantations, so on and so forth. And they had the plantations over there in Haiti. So a lot of people, a great number of people in New Orleans are from the tribe of Levi, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. So you'll be from the tribe of Levi if that's where your heritage comes from.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to research on that.
Yeah. And our people, the only people on the planet that don't be researching their history and their lineage and their ancestry. You got to do that, man.
Yeah, I looked up. I talked to my ancestors a lot about who we are and where we from and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a lot. My family very small, and we're very displaced. So it's hard to kind of get in touch with, you know,
The elders.
The elders. So,
Right.
Yeah,
But there's ways you can find out with your name. You can go to these courthouses and stuff and find certain documents and stuff. But ultimately, what really counts, your lineage go up to the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're an Israelite according to the Bible.
Yeah.
All
Let
right?
me go catch up with my lineage.
All right. Have a nice day,
Appreciate
bro.
you, King.
All right. Hey, see, you can't do nothing but respect someone like that. All right? He say, look, I'm gonna bite the bullet. You can't change my mind.
Yep.
I'm gonna die for America.
Yep.
So be it. Take your lick. You know? There's no sense in casting a pearl to a swine. When somebody tell you something like that, let them go. Our job is, look, you're an Israelite. America gonna be destroyed. If you don't come back to these commandments, you're gonna be destroyed. I told them that. That's it. Take your lick.
Blood off your hands.
All right. Now, when the famine comes, when the pestilence comes, when the sword destruction comes, don't cry. Don't come looking for the prophets. See what I'm saying? Because it will surely come to pass. But his ass, he going across seas. They about to ship his ass to World War III. He gonna fight against your Yahushua. He talking about he ready to die. You gonna die. Fucking John here. He gonna fight against your Yahushua, man. Our blessed King, man. He gonna be beat to powder. Gonna be beat to powder. If them fucking heathens don't kill him over there, and he stay alive, because all the heathens in the last days, all right, over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, when you go to 2nd Ezra 13, they're gonna stop fighting each other and come together and fight him that come in the clouds. You know? So they're gonna become confederate. And they're gonna ultimately fight our great King and the angels and get beat to powder, man. But hey, hey, this day is documented for him. He came across the truth and he rejected it. And he said his mind can't be changed. Western philosophy is a hell of a drug. He said he don't even want to hear it. There's nothing you can tell me that'll make me change my mind.
See, that's my first time hearing that one.
Oh, bro.
That's my.
Oh, bro.
That's heavy.
Hey, look,
That's
look,
heavy.
I don't even want to see the evidence.
Yeah.
I don't care if I see the evidence.
Yep.
I don't care how. I don't give a fuck if it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why the scriptures say the so-called white man was more subtle than all the beasts of the field.
Mm-hmm.
He worked on your mind, bro. When you go to these schools, these indoctrination camps they call schools, these whorehouses get called churches, that's him working on your mind. He's destroyed. That's why a great king say he came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right? You lost when you don't know your nationality, when you don't know your custom, when you don't know your culture. You don't know this doctrine. You lost. The guy's lost. And when you look up that word lost in Matthew 15 and 24, it goes back to destroyed. He's destroyed already. That response was somebody who's destroyed.
At least he was straightforward.
I respect that.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to embrace that pain.
Isaiah 4 and 6, our people shall perish for lack of knowledge.
He said he ready to embrace that devil.
Yep.
He ready to die for his oppressor. Boy, that devil's something, man. All right, back to the lesson. This Proverb means Sirach 39 and 1. But he that give his mind to the law of Yahweh and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and be occupied in prophecy. And when you're occupied in prophecy, I was going in this earlier, but the camera got the tripping, so I'm gonna go over the same lesson because I couldn't finish it. All right, and if you are occupied in prophecy, you're in reality. All right, because prophecy is how we tell time. All right, that's our watch, that's our clock. All right, that keep us up to par with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's how we know where the Lamb is and where he goeth. All right, because what the scriptures say, the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Yahweh Shah. So for us to be aligned with Yahweh Shah's word, we got to be occupied in prophecy. All right, that means during these times, during these perilous times we're in, we're gonna know what's going on. He don't know what's going on, and people like him don't know what's going on. But guess what? The Most High's servants do, and we want to know. This is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of the coming and the end of the world?" When you look at that word "world" in the Greek, that's the Greek word eon. So the disciples want to know what's going. Hey, lean. The disciples wanted to know the times that we were living in, man. They wanted to know when is the end of the world coming. All right. They wanted to know what time will this great red dragon be taken out of power. All right. That's what you're supposed to be wanting to know. When will your enemy be taken down, man? All right? When will the nation of Israel be vindicated, man? When you read the Luke, the 2nd chapter, it had a righteous man, I think his name was Simeon. He was waiting on the consolation of Israel, man. Okay? And the only way you're going to know that is you got to be occupied in prophecy and be moving on the Most High's clock. And that means you got to be on your watch. Like the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, says, so you can be ready for the appointed time, man. Or else. All right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes. I'm going to start at verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall fear no evil thing. All right? If you're occupied in prophecy and living according to this doctrine, you shouldn't be fearing no evil thing. The Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, but he gave us a spirit of power. This is our power, man. All right? When you live according to this word, you have an edge around you. You got angels around you protecting you, man. Okay? And a wise man's heart discerning both time and judgment. So if you're not discerning both time and judgment, you're not wise. If you're not around here looking for the end of days and the things that's going to transpire in the end of days and all of the things that's going to happen during the end of days, you're not wise. Vocab alone is not wise. Anyone that's not dealing with prophecy is not wise. A nigga walking around in the U.S. Army uniform, a fucking jarhead, is not wise. Okay? The only people that's wise is the people that's rocking out to this vibration right here. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth. All right? These are the wise men. These are the blessed men. All right? The only way you can be occupied in prophecy, you got to read and understand the prophecies. All right? You got to know history. All right? Like Elder Gabar say, for you to understand the mystery, you got to know history. All right? Then once you understand history, then you get locked and loaded and get occupied in prophecy. Okay? Blessed is he that readeth and that hear the words of this prophecy. Those are the men that's occupied in prophecy. Those are the blessed men. People that hear the words of this book, this prophetic book, man. All right? and living according to the words written in here. Okay? And keep the things which are written therein. You got to be a doer of the word. You right now, you're supposed to be seeking Yahweh Shema Shai while he may be found and getting built up on your most holy faith. That's how you keep the thing that's written in here. You got to be putting on a new man. Strengthen your hands. All right? Asking the Most High for a quadruple dose of faith. Asking to pour more of his spirit on you. All right? Ask him to make you go in the way of his commandments. Okay? For the time is at hand. All right? And what time is at hand? The time is at hand. A new dawn on the road is on the horizon, a paradigm shift. The nation of Israel coming up from the pit, rising up to the throne. And Esau descending from the throne and going into the pit, man. And Esau is these so-called white people, man. These Americans, British, Russians, people of the Netherlands, so on and so forth, man. They the devil the Bible speak of, all right? They're the sons and daughters of Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, man. And their time of ruling the earth is just about up. We got a few more prophecies to come to pass, and they time is up, man. And we're gonna get into some of these prophecies, man. This is Matthew, the 16th chapter, the 2nd verse. And it reads, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. All right, and this is how the heathens get down, man. This is how 2/3 of our people get down. They listen to the news forecaster. They listen to Massa. Whatever the news say, they believe it. They look at the news the previous day to see how they're going to dress the next day. They believe it, all right? And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. Oh, ye hypocrites, all right? And our great king was mad at him. He said, you believe that shit, but you got spiritual forecasters out here to tell you what's about to come to pass and the things that's about to befall the earth, and you cast them aside. What the dude just say? Now, ain't nothing you can tell me. Mm-hmm. But you know what? If his platoon superior came in and told him the same thing we would have told him, he would adhere to it.
I wouldn't say shit.
All right? He would submit to it. All right? He a coon. All right? But you got these spiritual forecasters. What Jeremiah said, we out here for your good. We out here to tell you the truth of the scripture. John 8:32 say, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. We're out here to save you from these calamities to come, from these atrocities to come. All right? We're here trying to save you from the wrath of El Shaddai. Yahweh Shema Shai, man. We are prophesying to you. When you believe these prophecies, all right, and adhere to them, the Most High will comfort you. You can discern the face of the sky, but you cannot discern the signs of the time. All right, you can believe what you see on TV, on the news, all right, but you can't see we're at the end of the age. You can't see we're at the end of this devil's ruling. You can't see this is a nation divided, a kingdom divided, can't stand. You can't see the infrastructure's falling, all right? You can't see day by day this devil passed legislation to take away your so-called liberties, bit by bit. You can't see World War III is up on the horizon. You did? And the people that's out here to tell you the truth, you disdain them, okay? That's why when our Heavenly Father sent out this destruction as a flood, you're gonna laugh at your calamity because you didn't adhere to his prophets. Until he said, he that heareth you heareth me, and he that rejected you rejected me.
Yep.
Okay? book of Job. Chapter 10, verse 5. Are thy days, that's the days of man? And that's when we going back onto the topic, man. You got to be occupied in prophecy to know the Most High's time clock. Because the Most High's time clock is not as the days of man. The Most High don't call a day a 24-hour period. Men do. The Most High ways are higher than men's ways. All right? A day to our Heavenly Father is 1,000 years, man. Okay? Are thy years as man's as man's? Are thy years as man's days? No. So for you to understand when the Most High say we're in the last days and when these things come to pass, you got to be able to navigate in these scriptures and see what he says is going to happen to let you know you at the end. You got to look for rumors of wars. All right? You got to look for uproars of the people. All right? You got to look for men being lovers of themselves. You got to look for the mark of the beast, a mark that you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade with, okay? That's how you be on the Most High's timetable. You got to be occupied in prophecy, man. You got to look at the news every day, man. You got to read the newspapers, man. You got to look at these alternative news channels more than you look at the news, because the news water things down, man. They tell half-truths in the news most of the time. And these American news outlets. News in America would be Jada Pinkett and Will Smith have divorced. That's
Gossip,
news.
yeah.
LeBron James is going for his sixth ring, or whatever it is. That's news here. All right? You don't hear them talking about World War III on the news. You don't hear them talking about this place is about to belly up. The stock market is about to fall. You don't hear that on the mainstream news. That's not getting pushed. Okay? So you got to find those alternative news channels that's telling the truth, man. That's how you be on your watch, man. Okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, all right? Esau is the end of the age, all right? It's not talking about the universe, the earth. He's the end of a time period, all right? He's the end of a specific time period. And it's a short time, okay? It's long to us, but short to the Most High. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, okay? The people on this side, you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and people of Hispanic descent, when they say you're next up to rule. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be elated. You're supposed to be just swimming in this book, man. Brothers in the truth, you're supposed to be on fire. You're supposed to be fasting more and more, just being locked in. We're going to be able to rule over our enemies like our enemies is ruling over us. And you should know the time that you're living in. All right? Our people don't know World War III is upon us. They don't know that we about to be ruling. They don't know that they about to die. But they can't say nobody ain't tell them so. Because the prophets are out here doing their job. The servants of Yahweh Shema Shai are doing their job, and they're doing it well. That guy that just came up here, he don't got no excuse. When the Most High send down his judgment, he can't say he didn't know.
He flat out told you, oh, I know they're going to World War III.
Yeah.
I know it.
But he don't know why. If you tell him why, he not going to believe. We could tell him, look, the reason you're going to World War III, Ezekiel the 38th chapter tell you you're going to eventually end up fighting our great king, man. Okay? You're going over there and you're getting ready. What that is, Joel the 3rd chapter? Getting ready for the Battle of Armageddon. And if I'm wrong, Salakia. All right, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Okay? The scriptures tell us what's going to happen to the American military. The American military over here in America, all right? When those missiles get shot over here, all right? Nahum the 3rd chapter, Joel the 2nd chapter, Isaiah the 66th chapter. The military that's over here going to be destroyed. But you're still going to have military over there in the Middle East. All right? And those that's over there in the Middle East, who they going to fight? Ultimately. They're going to be over there fighting each other. America being an ally to Israel, so on and so forth. Israel going to get nuked too. They're going to eventually fight our great king, man. The lion that comes up from the thicket to lay the land desolate, the destroyer of the Gentiles, man. It's all written in here, man. Prophecy. All right?
And I was going to say, you offered him that. You asked him, you want me to give you the scripture? You want to hear it? You know? He said, nah, I'm good. I don't need to hear it.
Don't cast your pearls to swine.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
You got him on camera.
Our gospel be hid is hid to them that are lost. All right? This is Revelation 20, verse 3. I'm going to start at verse 2 for edification's sake. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. They're talking about the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, the whole race. Their biblical nationality, the Hebrew Edomites. All right? In ancient time past, the last leg of the Roman Empire, you had a Roman Empire who was an Israelite. He was raised up and he put the so-called white man in slavery during September Severus and his sons, that dynasty. All right? And from that time all the way to the 1400s, what they call their rebirth, the so-called white man was put in slavery, all right? And he cast them to the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. See, that's all the devil do. John 8 chapter, our great king say he's the father of lies, man. All right? And he was a killer from the beginning, a murderer from the beginning. When he's raised up, all he's gonna do is lie. He's incapable of telling the truth. So when he tell you his nationality, man, he's lying. When he tells you his nationality, he's lying. Okay? Till 1,000 years will be fulfilled. And 1,000 years were fulfilled during the 1400s, during the so-called Renaissance period, during the Renaissance period, when this devil got back in power. All right? And after that, he must be loose a little season. All right? Now, when you're occupied in prophecy, you're on the Most High's timetable. We're living in that little season. It seems a long time to us, from the 1400s to this present day. How many years that is from the 1400s to now? About what?
About 600.
600 years?
Yeah.
14 or 21, 700 years. You see what I'm saying?
Close to half a day. It's a half a day, pretty much.
But that's long to a man bound in these earthen vessels. But to the Most High, man, it's a short time. It's a half a minute, a split second. See what I'm saying? But us mortal men, in these earthen vessels, for us to be on the Most High's timetable and be synchronized with Him, we got to know these scriptures. Okay? You got to be locked and loaded with these scriptures. That's why you got to be redeeming the time, because the days are evil, because this devil only got a short time to rule, man. Okay? And we're in the last seconds of his rulership. Literally. All right? Literally. Man, what? All hell could break loose tomorrow. All we need is a flawed flag. If they're going to do it, they already started their demonization campaign on us. You know? This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. You see what I'm saying? The Most High gave this fucking devil, hey, you got to deal with time. All right? He gave this devil a certain amount of time to do what he do. And that's be a fucking wicked devil and deceive the earth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass, all right? So let's see the ultimate bound that he couldn't pass, man. And let's see what the scriptures say about that. All right, let's see his limit. That damn train coming, huh?
Yep, that bitch coming. You know he gonna keep blowing that fucking horn.
We raised on my boys like a trumpet.
Now you good, long as you.
Alright, these are the bounds this devil can't pass, man. Alright? This is Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So when this devil in 1960 went up into space, that's when the Most High started breaking this nation down, man. That's as far as he's gonna go. That's when he reached his pinnacle. So from then to now, it's him descending in oblivion. And him descending in oblivion means the elect of the Most High is ascending to their destiny, which is where universal domination for eternity and becoming immortals. And like the book of 2 Peter say, with you knowing these things, if you occupied in prophecy, what manner of conversation should you be, man? You're supposed to be purging yourself, getting yourself right, man. Making sure you're a chaste virgin for our groom, our great king, man. Offending less. And the only way you can do that is by being occupied in these prophecies, man. Because though they tarry, they're surely going to come to pass. The Most High watches over his word to perform it. And that motherfucker alone.
Your audio should be good though, because you're not blowing that fucking horn no more.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. That little season, man. CA is precept upon precept upon precept, letting you know the so-called white man's tyranny on the earth is at its end, man. Okay? Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. So that means everywhere he's in rulership, where he got his flags flying, all right, where he got his military, all those places, you're gonna look for him, but you're not gonna be able to find him. Okay? Though he spread himself like a Green Bay tree, you're gonna look for him one day and you ain't gonna be able to find him. And when you do find him, the bitch gonna be in a caveman state with chains on his hands and feet and yokes on his neck, man. I'm gonna skip down to verse 13. Yahweh shall laugh at him. And that's what we doing, man. When we come out prophesying against him, we laughing at him. He out here trying to push his enterprise. We know it's gonna come to naught because of these scriptures. So we laughing at the non-melanated bitch. For he still that his day is coming. We know the day coming when we're gonna be able to do to him double. And why do we know we're gonna be able to do to him what he's done us double? Because of prophecy, because of the book of Revelation, because of the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. We're gonna rule over our oppressors, them that ruled over us. We're gonna do them double what they did to us. That's why it's imperative that you be occupied in prophecy, man. That's why it's imperative if you're not close to a great millstone camp to learn this doctrine, you don't have a long time to get right and go do that. You gotta make no tarrying when you come to Yahweh Shema Shai, because soon it's gonna be a famine on this doctrine, man. And this doctrine is what you need to be delivered. This is your ticket out of here. The ticket to the first resurrection, of course. But that's what it's about. I don't want to be born again. I don't want to be going to another womb and come out and have to get my pampers changed. No. I want to go in with that first resurrection, man. I want to go in with the elite of the nation of Israel, man. All right? Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. All right? You got to get out that whorehouse, that Christianity whorehouse. You got to run away from that Christianity whorehouse. You got to put off these other philosophies that we've learned here in America. All right? All of the lies that has had us in derision, you got to cast them aside. Okay? Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And we fell away when we went off into Africa, man, when we was on those plantations, man. That doctrine the apostles' doctrine, the glorious gospel that our great King gave the apostles, and that doctrine of life, we fell away from it. All right? All during the Dark Ages, our people weren't living according to that doctrine of life. They fell away from it. On the plantations, we was taught doctrines of devils by the so-called white man. Okay? But here in these modern times, when Elder Albert Vivens came on the scene in the 60s until now, the Most High has put his spirit on men to wake us up, man. Okay? We were lost, but now we were found. We were destroyed, but now we're alive, man, through the spirit. Except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition. All right? If you don't understand prophecy, you don't know who the son of perdition is. You don't know who your enemy is. All right? Most of our people on some real shit think the so-called white man is their friend. They think all so-called white people are not bad. They're not wicked. Okay? But if you put this measure and have them to live according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai, if they had to live according to these laws, you would see how wicked they are. Tell a so-called white man he can't eat pork, he can't eat shrimp. He can't go be a homosexual. Look at the laws he passed. Tell a so-called white woman she gotta submit to a man. There's no such thing as gender equality according to the scriptures. A man is the head, he reigns supreme in the household. You will see how wicked they are. But if you drug off of Western philosophy, all right, and you living according to their laws and ways of life, all right, you're gonna think they good. And it's not one good one, it's not one. The ones that you think good, that will conform to these laws, they confusing the faces, man. They Israelites according to the flesh. If they're Edomite is no good vibration in them. They devils. And what makes a devil a great devil? His forked tongue. His supple tongue. He not being a good devil if you don't think he ain't your friend. I mean, you can see his ass. He's beguiled you. All right? He's a serpent. A serpent is a cunning hunter. But try telling that to our people, man. Who opposes himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he as Yahweh sitteth on the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is God. All right, and you see that right now with the laws that he passed, all the cameras he putting around here so he can see everything through his technology. He's all seeing through that technology. These phones ain't nothing but bugs on us. He can hear everything. He could go to a conversation you had 6 years ago. All right? If you got a fucking flat screen in your room and you dealing with your woman, you banging your woman, he looking at you. All right? When you got a fucking cause they got the little girl out there twerking. That's sad, bro. Seeing you fucking black women, you nigga women, man. You fucking demons. They got something out here and they got a little girl look like she can't be no more than 4 years old. Got out here twerking and laughing. See us out here with swords. You fucking nigga women, this is y'all time too. Like we saying the time is at hand, the time is at hand. This is y'all time to get judged. Because y'all committed the crime of high treason. Okay? Y'all, when y'all ate of that fruit in the Garden of Eden, y'all jumped into bed with this devil and turned on the Israelite man. And you've done it to this day. Totally out of order. These hoes is totally out of order, man. I mean completely out of order. The white woman came here with this women's liberation movement, but she still tricked y'all because guess what? That bitch still submits to her husband.
She married.
That bitch still stay in the house with her husband.
Yep.
8 out of 10 homes in the so-called white community is 2-parent homes, man. 8 out of 10 homes in the so-called Negro community is headed by women. That bitch deceived y'all, you dumb bitches. Hey, what they meant? They ain't telling they man he ain't shit. But hey, you got prophecy on that. You got prophecy on the Most High gonna come down on y'all. But that's another topic for another day. Okay? And the Most High, what he's doing before he take this devil down, what he's gonna do is he's gonna expose this place. He's gonna expose this devil. Everybody that don't know he's the devil, in the coming days, you're gonna know he the devil. He gonna get so raw till we not gonna have to tell you he the devil.
Mm-hmm.
All right? He gonna turn this thing into an all out totalitarian society governed by draconian laws to the point we ain't gonna have to say nothing. You gonna know. And that's when y'all gonna start calling on the Most High in y'all affliction. But it's gonna be too late. Okay? And let me show you, before the Most High, this is what the Most High is doing right now. Before he take down Esau, he's going to expose Esau. Isaiah 47:10. And it reads, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness." No. That's supposed to be 2. Isaiah 47:2. Take the millstone and grind the mill, uncover the locks. All right? When you uncover the locks, man, you're undressing the woman. All right? That's what you're doing. Taking everything down. Everything she got covered, you're taking it off. That's what the Most High is doing, this devil. All right? All his deceptive tricks is getting exposed by the prophets, his servants, the prophets. Make bare the leg. Make bare the leg. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you uncover a woman and take off everything on her, you're exposing her precious things. And what we're doing, exposing his tricks of the trade. He's a liar. He's been a liar. He's a great deceiver. He's a murderer. When he comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. He doesn't add to life. He's the harbinger of death. He's the border of wickedness. Okay? We're exposing him for the devil he is. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the river. The Most High been explicit. The Most High has been poetic. Show all these dirty things he did. Show what he did to the guys in that Alabama.
Tuskegee.
Sticking them with syphilis, Salaki. He put the HIV in the community. He put Ebola in Africa. All of those things. He created those diseases, man. All of these diseases. He put smallpox on our beloved brothers, the tribe of Gad, man. All right, he's getting exposed for all his wickedness, man. Through his philosophies, he's divided our nation, divided the men and the women, man. All right, you don't deal with a woman, you gotta play on her type. You gotta be crafty, man. You gotta be deceitful to that. You can't be straightforward. You know, you gotta run circles around. But because the only way you're gonna deal with them is to lie to them, tell them what the fuck they want to hear. Do you mean it? Fuck no. But so be it. The reason that's happening because they're sold out the Western philosophy. And us men, we ain't no faggots. We still want box. So we deal with them accordingly, man. But that's coming to an end, man. Isaiah 4:1 gonna be in full effect. They're gonna get down and lay down. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. See, and that's what, if you're occupied in prophecy, before the Most High destroyed them, he got his prophets out exposing them. enlightening the nations about him, all right? And that's what you see going on right now. He been made bare, all right? He's naked before everybody because of the prophets. That's why he's going to come down on us with great wrath. Because everything we're saying about him, he's going to stop being deceitful and he's going to show his true colors. You got to remember, he was a serpent in Genesis. A serpent is crafty. A serpent is feeble. So it has to move in a certain way. Okay? If you step on a snake, you can kill it. All right? But when you get to Revelation 12, he a great red dragon. So he gonna stop being deceitful. He just gonna show them 10 horns, man. And them 7 heads. The deceiving part is gonna be gone. He just gonna show you what a devil is in the coming days, man. Okay? Thy shame shall be seen. I would take vengeance, and I would not meet thee as a man. Because when our great king come back, he's going to be an intergalactic, angelic force. All right? He's going to defy the laws of physics and the laws of physics. He's going to defy gravity. All right? He's going to come in with all power. All right? But that's the only way you could take down somebody with nuclear capabilities, man. With F-16 fighter jets and jets that move, that break the sound barrier. Missiles that go from one hemisphere to the other in less than 30 minutes, you know? You gotta have the out of this world power to take down somebody with that much power, man. And for you to know these things are happening, you gotta be occupied in prophecy, man. You gotta sober up out the Kool-Aid. All right? Let's get back to the Most High making this devil bad. Jeremiah. The 49th chapter, 10th verse. It reads, but I have made Esau bare. The way you make Esau bare, you expose him. All right? You got a lot of people out here now calling the so-called white man by his true nationality. Oh, the Edomite, Esau. You know, that's a lingo amongst a lot of people now. He made bare now. And oh, that's the devil, man. That's the Edomite. Okay? You got unbelievers calling him an Edomite now. Okay? The way you make somebody bare, you expose them, man. Okay? I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Okay? That's why he's gonna move in that spirit of a dragon, bro, because he's gonna be already exposed. So he gonna just be like, well, shit, fuck it. Let me show my true colors. Yep. He gonna let them shine through. Fuck it, they know who I am now. The gig is up. And that's when people gonna know that the prophets were always right. He gonna come down on them so hard, they're gonna believe the prophets, and then they're gonna wanna come flock to the prophets. That's how that fame gonna come. Okay? I have uncovered the secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave the fatherless, leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them, talking about the elect, alive. And let thy widows trust in me. It's talking about the elect of Yasharala that conform to this word. Those that are occupied in prophecy, okay? You and your seed, okay? For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk, his elect. All right? Most High taking these curses off of them bit by bit, okay? And he's putting them on Esau bit by bit. So it's a literal paradigm shift. And art thou that should all together go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And we're in the days when we're going to see this damn devil drinking of that cup that we drank from. We're going to see him get spoiled like we got spoiled. All right? And there's only going to be a small remnant of men that's going to be able to get on that ark. Because only a small number of men is taking heed to these exhortations, man. You know? Brothers out here, because they want to make their call and election sure, so when the Most High judge Esau, you don't get caught up in that rapture. Because if you're outside the temple, you're going to drink of that cup that the Most High says he's going to give to Esau, man. How long has it been, all right? Okay. So with that, I'm going to get on. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to get infinite honors to Yahweh Bashem Shah. Salaki. I'm going to get infinite honors to Yahweh Bashem Shah Bashem Rakakadash. Give double honors to our teachers, the apostles, great millstone, and salutation to my fellow ladies in Yahweh Shah, pushing the true cross the 4 winds. Quan Yasharab. Man, I ain't want to end, but I got to go to the bathroom, bro.